What it do, everybody? It's your boy, BX Brother 718 underscore TV, and I'm live with Madden NFL 20, Legacy Football League, Custom Franchise Mode Season 1. This is Week 9. Got my 3-4 Raiders going up against Dame and his 5-2 Lions. Took a tough defeat to the Texans last week, so looking to rebound here against another tough opponent.
Coaches, the 2019 regular season starts
see if we can make this go.
Conclusion. Not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Let's go. Look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson.
Come on.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
He's checking.
On second down, it's Miller.
On.
And not much, maybe
Up
a
that
yard
block.
to the 29.
Yo, Taiwan, what's going on with you, baby boy?
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes
What's
to you.
going
Sometimes
on?
you gotta cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
We're good. 180. Shit. 93. Shit. 93. Switch gears. Watch the edge. Joker, 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 Joker. Out. White Monday down. Express. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Snap comes at one, and it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Got so nervous on that one.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Amendola set to return it. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's get it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Vontez perfect in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
It's our field. It's our field. Rerun. Bravo. 54.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught right side by Anderson. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
touchdown. Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Zebra. Hey, let's go. Here we go. Lots 59.
On second and very short, Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Cover 6 out of what defense? What defensive formation?
Set. Blue 60. All day, baby. All day.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's
Gotta try to keep him out of this end zone.
Closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Borden. And he's going to
Nothing
take
to do with that.
for a Lion touchdown. Nick Borden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, way to get in there.
Touchdown, Oakland.
Way to get there.
An even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. As his guys are
Way
on
to
the
get
board
there.
in this first quarter.
All right, most definitely. Yeah, I know I gotta watch them. Dame's a good dude, man. I get the best of him in my leagues from last year. It's gonna be tough with these Raiders though, because the secondary is just, their awareness is just not that good.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Good looking, good looking. I'm ready to try this outside run here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down now, it's Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I gotta get some fucking pressure here, man. Gotta get some pressure here.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Stafford. It's caught.
So on that shit.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They're like 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just...
Oh! Come on! Give me that!
Keeps hitting the calculator.
Give me that!
My goodness, what a start he is off to.
Oh,
By the end of this
man.
game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Don't do me like that, man.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
40 got. 40 got.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 51, Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, 22. 50-50. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations. And then
Yo, ball out. What's going on, man?
Isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yo, Demetrius, I definitely agree with that, bro. Definitely agree with that. And what are we going to do here?
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Ow.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
They got some things they got to work on, though. I would say the coverage, the zone coverage needs to be tweaked a little bit. Other than that, man, this game is definitely almost flawless.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Down. 180. Switch.
Now it's Miller. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Lucky. Kill.
From the 35 on second down, Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
Yep, that's a fact.
And you
pretty much got it there, bro.
Because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Down. Fight 51. Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Watch the shot. Express. Mike 51.
Lamar Miller. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Down. 185. 40's Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. Raider 1.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from
my
games
slant.
in
I can't
progress,
slant?
as well as scores from earlier today.
Oh,
So,
that's
we get
crazy.
slap happy up here sometimes.
37. Check 37. White.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted.
Hey, get back to that.
Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He came back for that one.
Bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Johnson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 35.
Here's Stafford.
Oh, my God, man. Fucking dudes keep getting beat.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, is starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. And the Raiders have got him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin.
Much needed sack, but
back at the closing stages of the first half.
couldn't get what I needed. He was glued to him, and I just threw it anyway. All right, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna stay in the big nickel.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good.
All right, here we go.
Online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
Yeah, I play viewers.
Jonathan Coachman is there and has
You're more than welcome to get into the league, Tater. It's PS4 league. We are currently full. But if you have Discord chat, you can hop up in the Discord chat, get on the waiting list till the team open up.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this.
Appreciate that
drive.
follow too,
They have
Tate.
the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for
Did I
them.
miss the shit? Man.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
No, I definitely feel you,
A
bro.
lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to join the league, man.
Handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
You got what's going on with this O-line today? This O-line ain't really what it is. They're killing me.
Losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. 51 the mic. Hey.
Shotgun now for Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's go. Express. Defense wins championship. Hey, exit. Slam. Shoot. White.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions,
Now we just got to get some defense, man.
9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. They picked up 5 yards last time, now they double it and get 10 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 20.
How you keep letting Got to remember that bunch 3 on the right side is going to be that fucking wheel route.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard
Remember that shit, BX. Remember it, bro.
To the air again. Stafford.
Nice.
And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Golladay with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, here I come.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Shoot. Check 13. Check 13.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside
Oh,
territory, which means you're going to lose the
why you let them throw you to the
battle
ground
as a
like that,
general
bro?
rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mike 40. Check. He's coming. Coming to you. Hatchet. Check, check.
From the gun, Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to
Can
be
you
intercepted
jump, my
a
man?
third time. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week
Sure
long, he
did.
vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. Red 80. 51. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, 70. 51 for Mike, boy. 51. Hey, Charlie.
From the 40 now on second down. Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. The 30. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
We got 4. 694. Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Carr completes it. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Lions have recovered.
I really hate those types
Start the
of
season with a
fumbles,
fumble
man.
lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 23. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Express. 40. Ricky. Pick the edge. Come. Low. Watch out. You go tight.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
50 wants the mic. Let's go. Check. White Monday down. Check 50.
Carr will try it again on second down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now Brown. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. The ball is up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss.
Oh, my God. Yo, this fucking game is retarded, man.
And feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it.
I really
Ball
hate
goes
this
over the
fucking
sideline,
shit, man.
able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check, check. 40's mine. 40's the mine. Express.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check, check.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on.
Good game, Dame. Good game.
Some
bad mistakes there.
I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game.
I'm out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory.